Are you struggling with what to post, when to post, and how to post on Instagram? And does this stress and anxiety cause you to either post random content or even worse, to not post at all? Wouldn't it feel so good to have your content created, planned, scheduled, and automated for up to a month at a time so that you would not have to give that a second thought? Today, we are going to take you through a step-by-step guide for staying consistent on Instagram so you can spend less time chasing Instagram and more time growing on Instagram. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new to our channel, we are High Season, a social media agency that helps business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers step their social media game up and break the algorithm. Today, this is all about consistency. This is what we're talking about. Consistency is key. Like, we're a broken record with this. We have said it so many times.
Over and over.
Over and over. If you look at any top performing player in the world, whether it be a high performing entrepreneur or a high performing athlete like a Michael Jordan, one thing that you will notice between them is that they show up and they are consistent with how they show up. And the way these high performers stay consistent is by having systems in place. So today, while we're talking about how to stay consistent, you will see that systems are going to be the common thread throughout this entire video. Putting systems into place is what will allow you to achieve your goals. It allows us to create repeatable actions that we know have a positive outcome so that we can meet our business objectives, meet our goals, and be the business and brand that we want to be. One of my favorite quotes comes from James Clear, and it's actually because we're in the middle of listening to this book right now.
Yes.
And that quote is, "We do not rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems."
Bars.
That is bars.
It's bars. So let's talk about why it's important to stay consistent on Instagram. First of all, you're going to create more thoughtful content. So this will go from the caption itself to the imagery. You need to spend the time that it takes to make those pieces of content, including the captions, the images, the videos, whatever it is you're doing, and make sure it's as good as it could possibly be. And if you're doing it, like Tiff said before, if you're doing it for the sake of it, it's not going to resonate and you're essentially wasting your time. So thoughtful content is key. Another reason to stay consistent on Instagram is it'll save you a ton of time. So you need to be focusing on building your business, not in the daily nitty-gritty of social media management. Because remember, social is supposed to help you, not hinder you. So having everything prepared beforehand and out of the way allows you to just continue to build your business. And finally, the time you save and the better content you share will allow you to grow an audience that much faster. So instead of being reactive and just kind of randomly posting whenever you remember, you're actually being proactive and you're planning all your posts ahead of time and making sure that during the month, the time you're spending on social media is engaging and growing your audience and not randomly creating posts.
So today we're going to take you step by step through the creation, planning, and scheduling of your content so that you can set it and forget it and liberate yourself. And if you stay to the end of this video, we have a bit of a challenge for you and something special to help you plan out this entire month's worth of content. So let's get started.
All right, the first step to staying consistent on Instagram is to choose your content categories and your content types. Now, content categories are essentially buckets or just topics that you are going to post about. And the reason you have them, it just helps guide your business or your brand, and you know exactly what different things you're going to post about. So for a company like us, for High Season, some examples of our content categories are education. So we talk about social media tips and tricks. We would talk about our product and services. We would spotlight things like our guidebooks and our consulting. And we would also do entrepreneurial inspiration, so motivational quotes and things like that. Content types would be things like videos, graphics, owned photography, meaning we took it or our team took it, and curated photography. So what all these things do, they just help you narrow down exactly what you're going to post about so that everything that you're posting on Instagram is a fit for your business and it also talks to your audience.
The next step for staying consistent on Instagram is to batch your content. You're going to want to create and batch your content in one sitting. This is so key. Imagine every day that you wanted to post, you actually went and set up a camera and took the photo, or had to go online and find the photo that you want and then write the caption and do all this stuff. That would take you 30 minutes per post every single day at minimum. Batching is going to allow you to just in one sitting choose a day to get it all done and then create a content hub. So a library of content that you can choose from for the next step that we're going to talk about. For creating content, say it's images, you can do this yourself with just a tripod and a camera and a self-timer. Those self-timer remote apps work so well. You can choose to hire a photographer. We hire photographers, and we know other people that hire photographers just to give them a batch of content that they can use, whether it be every month or every 2 months. Or you can look at creating your own graphics. So you can use various tools. We've talked about these before. We're not going to break it down in this video today, but they'll be in the description below, and we'll also leave a link to it in the cards up there. But you can create your own graphics or curate your own images, which means you're pulling from other sources, and gather those all for you to share. What's really important is you want to walk away from this batch session with as many posts as you need to serve as many posts as you'd want to share in a month. So if you were posting 3 times per week, you'd want to leave the session with 12 usable pieces of content. That's only 12 pieces of content, guys, to have a whole month's worth of content. So that's why batching is so key, because it allows you to get everything done in one sitting, which is going to be the theme here, right? In order to keep yourself consistent, you're creating the system, which is like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to get everything that I need, and that's going to take me to the next step so that I can stay consistent.
Now it's time for arguably the most important part of this entire thing is scheduling. Scheduling is literally everything. It's the reason why 2 people, well, along with our team, let's not front, can manage so many clients all at once. It literally is the saving grace of social media.
Yeah.
So, like as Tiff was just saying, imagine if you had to figure everything out, whether it was what you're going to take a picture of, editing, whether it fits your feed, writing a caption, doing that every day. That could be 30 to 60 minutes a day for one post. It's just such a waste of time. So if you're able to do those other things and then do all your scheduling at once, just like you've chosen everything else at once, it makes complete sense for you. It saves you time actually doing all these things for your account or accounts if you've got multiple ones, which a lot of businesses do.
Yep.
And basically, like we were saying, you can just spend your time where it needs to be, and that's growing your account and catering to your audience. So now, this is essentially the thing we were talking about earlier. This is exactly how you're going to be able to do it, and Tiff is going to walk you through it.
Well, guys, if you had made it this far, this is where things get interesting.
Yes, they do.
Today, we are going to talk about Later.
Yeah.
Our first ever sponsor on this channel.
Yes,
and that is because of you amazing community of
gorgeous
marketers,
people,
entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, freelancers. All of you guys here who come to our channel to receive education on Instagram and various other social media platforms. We are so happy to partner with Later on this video. One thing we want to say first, which we think is super important, we will never, ever promote a product we do not believe in.
Facts.
Without question. If we're talking about it, it's because we know, like, and trust that brand and use it ourselves or would use it ourselves.
Yes.
No matter what. We think you guys will love Later, so let's get into a little bit about what Later is. Later is perfect for this segment of the video, and it's perfect for Instagram in general, because Later is the #1 Instagram scheduler on the market. So what other better platform to use than #1? So we're going to actually dive right into what Later is. We're going to just head over to our corner there into my little office space, and we're going to dive into how to schedule with Later. Alright guys, so now we are in Later. So Later has a ton of features. Today we're going to focus more on the scheduling aspect of it, because what we really love is that it allows you to easily schedule and automate the distribution of your content in such a, it's just such a simple way to get it done, and it's very visually appealing. So we're going to dive right in here, and I'm going to go through a little bit of a demonstration with you. So let's go over into Later's media library. So what we would do now is the posts that we've created, whether that be through graphics or the images we took ourselves or we used from Unsplash, we would have that in a folder ready to go for June, for example, and then we would just drag and drop that media into Later. It'll load all the images for us, and you can see that you can actually sort by the different types of media as well if you were looking to select a different type, like images versus videos or GIFs. Alright, so here we are in the calendar, and what you'll note is that the media that you've uploaded is right there easily available for you to schedule. What's great when you're thinking about what time is the best time to post, which we've spoken about before, Later will actually determine this time for you using their software. The only thing you need to have is make sure that you have 50 published posts in the last 6 months. months, and it will be able to scan all of that content and recommend a best time for you, which will be loaded right here easily for you in the calendar. So these time slots that you see here, those are our best times to post. We've selected those times, and later we'll also give you the recommendation on those times. So if we wanted to use all of this content that we have here, which would be like a week and a half for us, but obviously if you had 12 posts, that could be up to a month for you. And we're just going to drag that right into the scheduler. And what you'll see here is that they're populating in the exact times that we want to post. So if I hit a month here and toggle to a month, you'll see that the posts are automatically loading in the designated time slot, which is so awesome, because that will allow you to schedule your content consistently at the times that make the most sense for you. And what I love even more is the preview option. So of course we want to look at how our content is going to integrate into our feed, right? We don't want to just throw stuff up there. Having this beautiful visual planner available will allow you to see how your content's going to look, and you can easily drag and drop it into the spaces where it makes the most sense. So based on the way our grid is set up, this is kind of how, this is exactly how I'd want things to look on our Instagram feed. I would just save the changes there, and oh, look at her. Doesn't she look beautiful? And then if we go back to the week here, I can get right into opening the content and then writing my captions. Honestly, your best captions will flow when you sit and give yourself the time to really get in the mindset and write everything out. So, conveniently, the quote here, we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. That is for you, YouTube fam. This is exactly what we're talking about. So, with this quote here, for example, I would write in my captions, so, systems over goals. Once I've written in my caption, I have the option here to choose to either send a notification or auto-publish. We're obviously going here with the automation process, right? Because we want these posts to just go out without us needing to actually think about it and having to put it out there ourselves manually. So I would have auto-publish selected, and then what is very, very cool is that it allows you to place your hashtags in the first comment, which we've spoken about the importance of many, many times, and it will give you hashtag suggestions. So I can type in a hashtag, for example, this is obviously an entrepreneur quote, so I put entrepreneur there, hit suggest, and then you can see that they're actually giving me hashtags and deciding on the relevancy of those hashtags as well for you to choose from. And you can look at the instances of each hashtag to see what would make sense. These are pretty good mega popular hashtags for you to incorporate as well. And then you can work in some of your own niche hashtags and medium popular hashtags. Once I've added my hashtags, you'd also be able to add your location. That's optimizing of your post, which we've spoken about before, which is super, super important as well. And then you would hit save. You got a scheduled post. Some of the other things that we love about Later, including the scheduling features, is that it has the option to search for content by hashtag, so that helps with the curation of really great content. Of course, you want to make sure that you ask permission before you use anybody else's content, always. But that is a really cool feature. You're also able to check your analytics and generally just manage your social media well from this as well. They also have the link in bio feature, which you've heard us mention on this channel before, and that allows you to have this Instagram landing page that can direct people to your website, which helps you sell on Instagram as well. So as you can see, this is really a full service solution for your Instagram management, and especially for scheduling, distributing, and automating your content. Let's get back to Craig and I.
Alright, so now that Tiff has just shown you guys exactly how to schedule content with Later, we want to challenge you guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we want to challenge you guys to create content for the rest of this month, whatever month it is that you're watching this video, and make sure that you tag us when you do it. Now, we want to hear how it went for you guys, and to make it even easier, our friends at Later have provided us with a coupon code to give you guys, our high season viewers, 1 full month for free.
Look at that.
On their premium plan.
How generous.
Right? And the premium plan was the plan that you just saw Tiff use on the example. Now, all of those features that you saw, they will be available. So you're going to use this coupon code that's going to be sort of around here somewhere, and you're going to hit the link in the description. You use that code, you get the 1 month for free. You are good to go. So make sure you tag us. We want to see that you guys are doing it and that you're using these features in this system. Later has really, really made this easy for you guys. So we want to see you do it. We believe in you.
So now that you have your content created, established with your content categories, and you have your distribution set in this set it and forget it lifestyle, Now it's time to focus on building the community. So showing up every day for the community. Now that you don't have this anxiety around your posts because they're out there, you want to start engaging with people so that they can come over and see this beautifully crafted, curated, consistent feed that you're putting out there. So we recommend spending no less than 30 minutes per day interacting with potential followers. So that involves liking, commenting, replying to stories, DMing, and following if it makes sense. All of these interactions are going to bring people over to your profile so that they are encouraged to follow you. And now they'll be even more inclined because you have this beautiful visual feed and they'll see that you are showing up all the time. The worst is if someone engages with you, you go to their profile, they haven't posted in 3 weeks, you assume the account is dormant immediately. So this is going to help increase the conversions so that you can have new followers. Now, our subscribers already know we have a few strategies already around how to optimize your post for discovery and specifically how to engage with potential followers to encourage the likeliness that they follow you. We're going to leave all of those in the description below for you because there's a ton of them, and yeah, we can't rally it all off here. So those will be in the description for you below. That is it for today, guys. We hope you feel confident in how to stay consistent on Instagram, how to show up daily and input these processes and systems so that way you can not only show up for your audience, but you also attract new followers. Thank you so much to Later for sponsoring this video and partnering with us today. We are so happy to share this product with you guys. It is incredible, and we know that you're going to see a lot of success in actually creating the system for yourself. Remember, all the details on how to get 1 month free of Later on the premium plan will be in the description below for you to link out to. And don't forget that we are challenging you to complete a full month of content, okay? So either tag us on Instagram, tag us in stories. We're going to check in with you very soon. We're probably going to check in.
We will.
But we believe in you guys. You can make it happen. You can get it done.
You got this.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from us. Follow us everywhere on social media at High Season Co. And you can check out our blog posts or resources at highseasonco.com. Until the next video, guys.
Peace.